Good morning, party people. Wanted to do another video today. I wanted to talk about two things. More specifically, within days of Uber announcing their rewards program to the New York City suburbs market, Lyft does the same. But before we get into that, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the gray notification button in the upper right hand corner of your screen. This way you'll be made aware of whenever I do new videos. That being said, let's get into it. So I've heard this mentioned before by some of the other major Uber tubers, and it is indeed a fact. Lyft does every deceitful, Machiavellian thing that Uber does, but what they definitely do is they wait for Uber to announce something that they know the public and the drivers are going to react to. They let Uber get all the negative publicity, and then they slide in and do the same thing. They do this with rate cuts and or adjustments. And even with this rewards program, the old rewards program was trash. Uber Pro is trash. And I'm 1,000% sure that the upgraded rewards program that Lyft will be coming out with whenever will be trash too. Once again, like I've said before, the only thing that really matters to the driver is money. Give me more money. I don't care if it's 1% more. That's how I want to be acknowledged, for being a top tier driver, for being a highly rated driver, for making your company look better. And that's what I do. So I want to show you something real quick, because I'm having a pretty decent week this week. And I'm showing you this for a couple of different reasons. I hear people talk about transparency, and every day, every week, they're putting up what they make, and it's all gravy. We feed into that. But at the end of it, I realize that what the next man makes, whether they're in the same market as me or in a different part of the country, in a different market, it don't necessarily translate into what I'm going to make. And at the end of the day, I really don't care what the next person makes. I am concerned with what I make and how I go about making it. My goal is to show other individuals how I do it, but at the same time, it's like there's circumstances that are not even in my control. Meaning, I'm in a good market. I'm in a good area. I drive higher tier platforms such as premium SUV, premium whatever, and I get paid more for trips. I get more tips. I get larger amounts of tips because the rides themselves are more expensive. So that being said, for the week of August 5th through the 12th, today being Friday, I just logged on. I haven't taken any calls yet, but I wanted to show you my income for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. Forgive the glare. And as you can see, I think I worked a little over 27 hours. I should rephrase that. I was online for a little over 27 hours. Of those 27 hours, I can tell you I probably had 7 or 8 hours of downtime. And I can prove that to you by showing you my list of trips that I've taken over that same period of time. Now, yesterday I sat for about 2 hours before I got the first call. But that one call was a killer call. Anyway, I guess I'll start at the bottom. So for Monday, August 5th, you're not going to be able to see that last trip at the bottom. I'm going to scroll up so you can see it. And yes, there is a Uber X. There is a Uber X trip in Monday's list of trips. But that's 4 trips on Monday. Tuesday, 1, 2, 3. Tuesday, 3 trips. Wednesday, 1 trip. And notice when it says you went offline, whatever, because, Uber's got that bullshit consecutive trip incentive, and they'll give you an extra $4, which is laughable. And then yesterday was 2 trips. I hope you can see that. All right. So the most I've done in the 4 days is 4 trips. Monday, that Uber X was a return on a trip to Long Island. Because whenever I go someplace like that, I always go online. I don't care what platform I run on at that point. If I can get something going back towards, my local area, I'll take it. So, that being said, I caught that trip. It was only $37 for the trip, but it was well worth it. I'm out here doing 2 and 3 trips, sometimes 1 trip for the day. And I have $963 online. That's not including the few pennies that I got from Lyft. I hardly ever go on Lyft. They annoy me. And they just don't have the same demand in this market that Uber does. The money is out here. I think the money is even out here for X-platform drivers, but I think that the strategies have to be unique in how they approach it. Very similar to my own, although I know at least one individual who operated on the X platform in the New York City suburbs, and where they seem to be doing fairly well at the beginning. In more recent times, they didn't seem to be making the same amount of money. But then again, there was some question in terms of the hours that they worked and so forth and so forth. But I do firmly believe that in the AM, you do get a lot of, I do almost exclusively airport runs, almost exclusively trips to Manhattan. And it pays. We'll see what's out here today. I'm not trying to kill myself today. I've had a good week for the hours that I've worked. And as a matter of fact, that's more hours than I normally have online. I'm usually somewhere between 20 and 25 hours, which means that I've literally been, I'm actually actively driving, so in some cases 15, somewhere between 10 and 15 hours. And in that time, I average about $700 a week. So I'm a little bit above my average, but I am in terms of dollars, but I'm also a little bit above my average in terms of hours online. That was all I wanted to say today. That being said, stay frosty, my friends, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.